Good day everyone, today we are going to take a look at the Argentina Revolution, aka the revolution that gives you access to cavalry that throws grenades. It's a really popular one. It used to be more popular, but they kind of nerfed the Granaderos, so it's fallen out of favor a little bit. However, it's still a very fun revolution with plenty of great cards, and if you use it right, you can have a good time. Now anyways, we should probably have a look at those cards. First things first, we have the cattle drivers, which gives you 1 gaucho, 8 cows, 1 homestead wagon. And the granaderos, which sends 10 of those grenade-throwing cavalry and lets you build them from force and sables. Then you have a upgrade for your mortars, which turns them into imperial mortars, followed by your standard infinite 4 gatling, then your infinite revolutionaries card, and then your infinite 2 ironclads, your infinite fort card, and last but not least, your citizenship card. 6 pop, send 6 citizens. Citizens now cost 70 gold. Now let's talk about the fun part. Your Granaderos are a mobile cavalry that attack a lot like Grenadiers. You should remember that they aren't upgraded by the grenade launcher card, so don't worry about that. However, you should make sure that you research incendiary grenades at your arsenal, and you should probably send the folk heroes card as well. With this unit, it used to be a lot more powerful, because it used to only be 1 pop, it used to have more range, and it used to only be classified as heavy cavalry, which means that dragoons could counter it, but skirmisher type units wouldn't hard counter that. However, it was simply too good, so they increased it to 2 population cost. They also made it so that it had less range, and they also made it so that it is dual classified as both heavy cavalry and light cavalry. That means that it can be countered by both grenadiers and skirmishers, so it won't fare very well against Gren-Goon combos. However, it will fare just fine against buildings. And in that regard, it is an excellent cavalry unit for completely decimating the enemy's base. And once you send the right card, you can back them up with Imperial Howitzer. Also, a neat thing about this revolution is that their outlaw unit, the Gaucho, whenever they attack someone, just like the native units that throw bullets, they will slow down an opponent, which means that they do a great job of slowing down an opponent so that you can then rain grenades down on them. So make sure to mix in some gauchos with your army. The Argentina Revolution is interesting because even though it excels at destroying buildings, it also is a great option for those of you who love cavalry. So if you want to mix in some highly mobile grenade cavalry backed by some gauchos, this is the revolution for you. One thing you do want to keep in mind, though, is that both your gauchos as well as your granaderos will be countered by enemy skirmishers. So if you're going against, say, a Germany, and they're just waiting for you with a bunch of war wagons and fully upgraded imperial skirmishers, then maybe you're going to have a bad time. However, if you're able to get past those skirmishers and those dragoons, then you can completely decimate the enemy using an army of gauchos and granaderos. I wish that you guys could have been there before the patches, back when you could rock a full entire army of over 100 granaderos and just turn the entire map into explosions. However, I do suppose that balance is important, which is why this revolution had to be taken down a peg. That said, it's still an excellent revolution and a fun option. And if you happen to choose Spain for this revolution, then that means that all of your granaderos can have up to 25% more damage because each missionary with unction that goes with them will add 2.5 damage. So if all of your granaderos are within that 34-meter area of effect of all of those missionaries, then you can end up completely melting any building you come across. With that in mind, please consider this revolution if you decide to go for a revolution as Spain. Go out there, have fun, and make things go boom.